The way you breathe matters. And because breathing is something that is part of our automatic nervous system, but then also is something we can control, when we take time to practice how we're breathing, maybe to slow down and deepen our breaths, we are practicing overriding those other automatic things that happen in our body. It's intimately connected to every single function in our body, and our lives literally depend on our body's ability to breathe. And when we practice conscious breathing or taking control of our breath, we begin to really take control of, or more control of, how we feel. What we're gonna practice today is a simple and quick breathing practice that you can do anywhere, and you can do it every day. In fact, I highly recommend that with this practice, maybe you follow along with this video a few times and really start to kind of memorize what is this practice like, and then start to just guide yourself through this breathing practice. It's a great launching point to launch you off into other breathing practices, other pranayama techniques for different specific purposes. But this one is just general, kind of where do we start when we're starting a breathing practice? I like to think of this like exercise for the nervous system. This breathing practice is you telling your nervous system, I'm okay, I am safe, may I be with what is, may I find peace with what comes, I am in charge of how I feel. Let's get started. You can do this practice either seated, you can be in a chair. If you're in a chair, let's sit up tall, feet flat on the floor. If you're sitting on the floor, maybe you put a little cushion under your hips, elevate those hips a little bit. You could also do this breathing practice lying on your back. Oftentimes, if I'm feeling like I'm having some lower back pain or something like that, I will just do this lying on my back. So get comfortable, find your breathing practice posture, and let's start with a big inhale, breathing into the abdomen, and then a nice big exhale. Make a little sound with the exhale. And do that one more time, just kind of tuning in, dropping into where you are. Take a breath. And start to slow down the exhale. Now exhale out all your air, hold it out for just a moment. As you inhale, I want you to inhale into your belly first, then your rib cage, then breathe up into your collarbones. Now hold at the top, soften around your in-breath, and then a slow exhale from the chest. Make a little sound, then from the rib cage. And then finally, use the abdominal muscles to hug the air out. So we're thinking of three parts. Inhale the belly first, then the rib cage, then the chest. Relax the shoulders. We want to soften around the in-breath. And then exhale from the top, from the chest, out the rib cage. Feel those ribs draw down like a closing umbrella, and then out the belly as we hug the air out. And none of this should be strained. Right? Just go to your level. Let's do that again. So inhale into the abdomen, the front, the back, and the sides, the rib cage, the sides, the back, the chest. Hold it for a moment, soften, and then exhale from the chest through the ribs, and finally hug the air out from the belly. Now, I recommend that you close your eyes if you haven't already, and we're going to repeat that again. So inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. So think of the breath like an elevator. Inhale, we want to fill the ground floor. Let the air go up into the first, the second, the third floor, fourth floor, soften. And then exhale from that fourth floor, down through the third. Let that elevator of breath move down through the second, the first, all the way to the ground floor. Hold the air out for a moment. And then you repeat. Inhale, abdomen, ribs, chest. There's a pause. Exhale, chest, ribs, abdomen. Hug the air out, and there's a pause. Inhale, abdomen, ribs, chest. And there's a pause where you just float for a moment. Exhale, chest, ribs, abdomen. Hug the air out, hold it out. Do one more on your own. Just think of that elevator of breath. And can you do one more on your own? Be patient with your breath, reminding the nervous system, I'm okay. May I be with what is. May I find peace with what comes. I am in charge of how I feel. And this breath is a tool for me. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. And you could really repeat that 3-part breath as many times as you need to. Many times as you need to feel better or to feel more relaxed, whatever it is. I hope this helps you connect a little deeper to your breathing and allowing you to take slower, deeper breaths. Those slow, deep breaths are like little love notes to your body. And if you practice that every day, pretty soon you will become more aware of your breath throughout the rest of the day, just by that little 5-minute practice every day. Thank you so much for sharing your time and sharing this breathwork practice with me.